In this video, you're going to learn how to develop an iOS app on your MacBook using Cursor AI without writing even a single line of code. So how easy it is, I'm just going to explain it is. This is super easy and extremely simple. This is even more easier than developing a React Native app. So because we'll be developing an iOS app in Swift, so we won't need any third-party applications. All we need is your MacBook and Xcode installed on your MacBook. So let's just start with it. So because actually my camera is attached to a different computer, I literally cannot attach to my MacBook M1. So let's just continue with this. So all you need is just Xcode installed on your computer. So here we go. If you don't know what is Xcode, just simply download it from your app store. And once you have done that, you simply just go to your search and open Xcode. Simply just click on Xcode, and then it will open your Xcode like this, something like this. So you can see I have few apps developed here, and what I will do, simply just click on, it is as simple as it can be. Simply just click on create new project, then choose a folder. Of course you have to choose a folder, and then not only that, if you have Xcode installed, and if you have let's suppose if you're going to develop an app for iPhones, which is using Swift UI. So if you have done that, so you just need to install a package for emulator, which is this. So this will be actually emulating an iPhone on your MacBook, right there on your MacBook. So you can test your app right there inside your MacBook. So you just need to install an 8 GB package. It is just a simple next thing. As soon as you install Xcode, it will just ask you to download and install that package for iOS apps. Meanwhile, if you're going to develop an app, if you just want for Mac OS or Watch OS, if you want to do something for Watch, or if you just want something for TV OS or Apple Vision Pro, Vision OS, or something like that. So let's just start with a simple app. Let's just start with a normal basic simple app. So what you need to do, just click on this app option, and the next option is simply just click on next. Let's now just give it a name. I mean, you are developing an app, you just need to give an app a name. So let's just name it as my first app. So let's just give it a name, and then I name it. So you need to now add an bundle identifier. What is bundle identifier? This is a unique kind of string that when you publish your app, so your app will be named by com dot your organization name and then your app name. So then it becomes a unique address to your app, right? So all you need to do is simply just make it my com.tmc. tmc is my company name, the Metaverse company dot test 2. Simply just do that. You just need to use Swift UI. That's standard, and then you just need to choose Swift. You don't need to do anything else. Simply just click on next. That's it. And then let's just choose a folder. So let me just name it as test2. So let me just create a folder named test2, and then let me just create this inside this text2 thing, and it will be just Xcode will open a default and empty project. Right now, if you see, it is now just indexing, and then it is preparing an iPhone simulator. So this is a simulator that we're going to use to test to test this app. So now what we're gonna do, we're actually going to just run this project and see if there is a hello world text written on our app in our simulator. So what you need to do, you can simply just so here it has already opened that. So if you just want to open this in a separate simulator, what you can do, you can simply just click on this button. Just click on this button, and then it will just open this simulator as a separate app for you, as a separate complete iOS experience for you. You can do that in your iPhone as well. There's a way to connect in your iPhone, so you can simply just directly, if you have your everything connected, your Apple ID is same, so you can just do that as well. But even there is a mirroring option as well in latest iOS, but I have iPhone 12, so there is no mirroring option in my iPhone. I think you can have that in iPhone 14 or 13 maybe. So all right, so here it is. So you can see this is a simulator, and our app is running on this simulator. If you see, this is a separate simulator right inside our Xcode. So now our main aim is to use cursor with Xcode. We don't want to write even a single line of code. I have never written even any single line of code inside Swift. I write code in React Native and React, but Swift is absolutely new for me. It's alien for you. So how you can do? You can simply just add this project inside Cursor. So how you do that? Simply just, if you don't know what is Cursor, Cursor is just an AI code editor. So simply just go to cursor.com website, download Cursor into your MacBook, free to use, and absolutely you don't need to pay anything for Cursor for beginning, in beginning at least. So and then what you need to do is simply just go to Cursor, open Cursor on your computer. Once you open your Cursor, it will just ask you to open a folder. Just click on open a folder, and the next thing that you need to do is now you need to find on your find your folder. So let me just find my recent one, which was test2. This was my folder and my first app. I'll just open that, and simply I just click on open, and my app is opened right here inside Cursor. So right now I could directly edit this code inside Xcode. I could directly just like modify my code inside Xcode, but because I don't know how to write Swift code, so I don't know that, so I'm just gonna use Cursor for that. So once we have Cursor here set up everything, and then we're gonna just directly go to agent mode, and then create to-do list app with standard to-do list. We'll just create like something simple, to-do list app functionalities. All right, so I'll just click on submit, and that's it. So now it will make changings in this project, and those changings will be implemented inside Xcode project, and then the Xcode project will be updated. And then what we can do, we can simply just then after that run our project and preview our changings inside our simulator. So let's just wait for it to finish it, and then we can just like iterate. Just from here, you just build anything that you want. You just build like I don't know, like just any app, habit tracker app. I don't know, just build anything that you want. So right now, when you are in Cursor, now skies are the limit, and just like build anything that you want. So once we have that, simply just go to your Xcode, and now it is going to running my first app. So it is just going to like process that and then execute this code that we have just created inside Cursor. And you can see this has like now created some to-do list items and something like that. What I'll do, I'll simply just click on this run button, and it will just replace my first app. So because we have already our simulator running here, so it will just replace this with our current version of code. Build succeeded. It will just open our simulator automatically, and our basic to-do list app is here. I'll simply just click on that, and then let me just add some text in that. Sorry. And that's it. Cool. You can simply just add another text. This is another text, add, and we can simply just now check these lists as well. Let's just enhance the design a little bit for the because we are just doing this in Cursor. So let's just ask it to enhance the design. Please enhance the design and add more functionalities. All right, so let's ask you to like basically just enhance the design, add a little bit more functionalities, and so we can have a presentable app. So that's it. I mean, the main thing was just to set up everything. Main purpose of this video was actually just to show you that how easily now you can actually create iOS apps without writing even a single line of code. So that's it. Let me just click on accept. And now what you need to do next, I think if you haven't watched my like videos related to development, especially related to Cursor, how to set up your project in Cursor and how to build anything in Cursor. So you can just set up your requirements.md files inside your Cursor. You can set up your Cursor rules file, so it can actually write a better Swift code. You can add documentations into here. Just watch my Cursor related videos on my YouTube channel. I leave links in the description as well. So just go to my YouTube channel and just look for the relevant videos related to Cursor AI, and there are plenty of those that I have built, so that I have recorded. So you can simply just watch any of those to get more familiarity with Cursor. So yeah, this is it. And next step is to now test it once again. Let me just go back to my Xcode. Let me just click on this again. It will just replace my current version of code which is running. It will execute that code again, and the build is succeeded, and it will just automatically open that. And you can see the design is a little bit more enhanced now. what I can do, I can just like add a title. I can just select a date. I don't know, like today's date, whatever date, and then I will just choose my priority. That's it, and I'll just add notes, add any text, and I'll just add that. And this is how it is. I'll just click on this, I think, and then I can see my task here. I can delete my task. I can save my task. I can add my new task. Just add anything. Just search any task from past, or simply just let me just give this a title. Doesn't matter, anything, and just give it any category, and then just add some text, and that's it. Perfect. So we got our two tasks, sorry, one this task and the other task. So yeah, this is how simple it is to create an iOS app inside your MacBook. So next step, now the actual step that starts from here is actually publishing this app on App Store. So that's actually a bit more, you can say, bit more hectic point where you need to publish this app inside App Store. So how you can actually you do that? You can simply just buy an Apple developer account. I have purchased that. Just simply go to Google, search for Apple developer account, buy an Apple developer account, and then you can simply just like pay $99 per year for that, and then it will just be good enough for you to like publish as many apps as you can. I will make a separate video for that because I have like 5 different applications to launch right now on Apple. So I will just like do that step by step. I'll launch first application. I record the entire process to launch my application, and then I'll share all those details with you. So I really hope you like this video, and if you have any further questions, please do let me know, and I will answer your questions. If you want to maybe like schedule a meeting related to like for further information about app development in iOS, just do let me know, and we can actually talk about that. And do let me know what next do you want me to make videos on. I have like plenty of other topics. I really want to now move towards building like live SaaS products. I'm working on another like SaaS kit that I'm going to release very soon. Just stay tuned, but don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel, and there are plenty of other videos that I'm working on. So I see you in next video. Bye bye.